Ever felt like you're sinking under the weight of credit card debt? It's a sensation far too many of us are familiar with. The bills pile up, the interest compounds, and it feels like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle. It's a heavy burden, one that seems to get heavier with each passing day. This is a common problem, a shared struggle that affects millions of people. It's a silent stressor, lurking in the background, casting a shadow on our everyday lives. The constant worry, the nagging anxiety, the fear of falling further into the red, it's a lot to bear. Credit card debt is a formidable opponent, but it's not invincible. It's a beast that can be tamed, a mountain that can be scaled. There are practical, manageable steps you can take to tackle this burden head-on. But don't worry, you're not alone, and there are ways to get out of this mess. The first step to solving a problem? Understanding it. So, let's dive deep into understanding your credit card debt. It's more than just a number, it's a combination of several factors, each as important as the other. Firstly, you've got to assess the total amount of debt you're dealing with. It's like knowing the size of the mountain you have to climb. Don't shy away from it. It's the first step towards conquering it. Then, there are the interest rates. Different cards, different rates. It's crucial to grasp how much extra you're paying for the convenience of using credit. Thirdly, focus on the minimum payment due. It's the least you can pay to keep your account in good standing. But remember, it's also a trap that keeps you in debt longer. Understanding these factors is not just about numbers. It's about forming a clear, effective plan to tackle your debt. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to break free from debt. Now that you understand your debt, it's time to plan your escape. One of the most effective ways to do this is by creating a comprehensive budget. This includes all your income and expenses. Income isn't just your paycheck. It can be anything from side gigs to selling items you no longer need. Expenses include the obvious, like rent and groceries, but don't forget about the little things that can add up, like your morning coffee or that subscription you rarely use. Now here's the important part. Your budget should allocate money for debt repayment. This isn't just about making the minimum payments, but putting as much as you can towards your debt each month. Remember, the faster you pay off your debt, the less you'll pay in interest. But a budget isn't just about creating a plan, it's about sticking to it. This might mean making sacrifices, but keep your eyes on the prize: financial freedom. Remember, a budget isn't a restriction, it's a roadmap to financial freedom. With your budget in place, it's time to choose your weapon, your repayment strategy. Imagine standing at the foot of a mountain, gazing up at the snow-capped peak. That's your debt. Daunting, isn't it? But don't worry, we've got two powerful methods to help you scale this financial Everest: the avalanche and the snowball strategies. Let's start with the avalanche method. Picture an avalanche. It starts small at the peak, then gains momentum and power as it descends. This method works similarly. You start by tackling the credit card with the highest interest rate while maintaining minimum payments on the others. This can save you a significant amount in interest over time. But remember, it requires discipline, as you might not see immediate results. It's a long game, but the end result can be truly rewarding. Now let's consider the snowball method. Imagine a snowball, starting small at the base of the mountain and growing bigger as it rolls uphill. In this strategy, you pay off your smallest debts first, regardless of interest rates. The quick wins you achieve can give you a psychological boost, motivating you to keep going. However, it might cost you more in interest in the long run. So, what's the verdict? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It depends on your personality and financial situation. If you're someone who thrives on quick victories, the snowball method might be for you. But if you're more patient and focused on the long-term financial gain, you might prefer the avalanche method. Remember, the most important thing is not which strategy you choose, but that you stick to it. Consistency is key. It's like climbing a mountain. You can't reach the summit in one giant leap, but with steady, consistent steps, you'll get there. Choose the strategy that suits you best and get ready to start fighting back against your debt. Debt repayment is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's important to keep your spirits up. It's the little wins that count, and every step forward is a victory in itself. The journey to becoming debt-free can be long and arduous, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But remember, it's the small victories that keep us motivated. When you've successfully managed to stick to your budget for the month or paid off a small portion of your debt, take a moment to celebrate. These milestones, no matter how small, are proof that you're making progress, and that's something to be proud of. But let's be real. There will be times when the road gets tough, there will be setbacks. And that's okay. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you're willing to get back up and keep moving forward. That's where resilience comes in. And resilience is built on the foundation of a strong support system. If you're struggling to stay on top of your repayment plan, don't hesitate to seek help. There are numerous resources available to you. Credit counseling services, for instance, can provide you with the tools and knowledge to better manage your debt. They can help you understand your financial situation, create a feasible budget, and develop a realistic repayment plan. On the other hand, debt consolidation options can simplify your repayment process. Instead of juggling multiple payments every month, you can consolidate all your debts into one. This can make your debt more manageable and less overwhelming. But remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey. It's about learning to be financially responsible, gaining control over your money, and building a secure future for yourself. It's about taking back control of your life, one step at a time. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Start yours today and take back control of your financial future. And as you embark on this journey, always remember to celebrate your victories, no matter how small they may seem, because every small victory is a step closer to your goal. And every step matters.